Welcome. Today, we're going deep, really deep, into the mystical heart of creation. We're talking about a moment of incredible cosmic conflict, and then divine reconciliation, all laid out for us in the Holy Zohar. We're going way beyond the surface here to understand the secret architecture of peace itself. Okay, let's dive in. So here's our roadmap. We're going to follow this whole cosmic drama, from a universe literally at war with itself, all the way to a brand new, unified reality. It's going to be quite a journey.
All right, so to really get what's happening on day 3, we actually have to back up a step. We have to start in the unresolved tension of day 2, a universe that was defined by this necessary but totally unstable division. Imagine a world just split right down the middle into two primordial forces.
The Zohar tells us something incredible. It says that the second day of creation wasn't just about separation. It actually created a fundamental state of dispute, a machluket. And we're not talking about a simple disagreement. This was a foundational conflict, so deep that the entire project of creation just paused. It was hanging in the balance, waiting for something totally new to come along and fix it. So who are these two forces at war? Well, on one side, you've got the right line. This is the principle of Chesed. Think pure, expansive, limitless kindness. It's this drive to just give and give without any boundaries. And on the other side, you have the left line, which is all about Gevurah, or judgment. This is the force that contains, that defines, that sets limits. And here's the crucial part. This force of judgment is what holds the light of pure wisdom, or chakma. Now, you might be thinking, hey, kindness and judgment, that sounds like a pretty good balance. But here's the thing. When they're left to their own devices, they create a cosmic deadlock. A state of total paralysis, where the whole project of creation just grinds to a halt. Let's dig into why that happens.
And that's the big question, right? If you need both kindness and judgment to have a functioning universe, why does their first meeting create this cosmic crash? Why is it so volatile that they just can't coexist?
Well, the sources describe it as a kind of mutual annihilation. It's like they're trying to cancel each other out. The right line of pure kindness tries to completely dissolve the structure and definition of the left. And at the exact same time, the left line, holding this immense light of wisdom, tries to completely suffocate the expansive force of kindness. The result? A stalemate. Kindness without wisdom to give it a form or direction, it's like a body without a head. All potential, no action. And wisdom without kindness to express it, it's just complete darkness. In this fight, both lights just go out. Nothing can happen.
So this dispute looks absolutely impossible to solve from the inside. Any move by one side is immediately countered and canceled by the other. But then, with the dawn of the third day, something totally new enters the picture, a cosmic principle that changes the entire game. And this is the great secret of day 3, the arrival of the middle line, the Kav Hamsai. Now get this, it's not a compromise. It's not about finding a middle ground, it's a higher order system. It's a third way that doesn't just broker peace, it literally rewrites the rules of engagement, forcing these two opponents into a perfect, functional synergy, where they actually make each other better.
To put this in modern terms, think about it like this. Imagine you've got two essential, super powerful processors in a computer. Let's call one expansion and the other definition. And right now, they're locked in a conflict that's causing a total system crash. The middle line, that's the master protocol. It's the system mediator that swoops in, rewrites their interaction rules, and allows creation, the system's actual output, to finally begin. Okay, so how does the system mediator actually work? This is where it gets really interesting. The Zohar and the sages give us the precise mechanics, the nuts and bolts of this cosmic reconciliation. This is the deep engine room of creation, the very code that underpins our reality. The process actually starts with a need from below, a request that activates the middle line. Its very first move is to introduce this spiritual filter, something called a masach. Now, this screen, it doesn't destroy the left line's power. No, it does something much more elegant. It diminishes or filters out its most intense, overwhelming aspect. And that single act of tempering then allows the next step to happen. It clothes that now manageable wisdom in the expansive light of kindness from the right. It is a perfect, beautiful synthesis. So let's just zero in on this for a second, because it's so important. The middle line basically has these two superpowers.
The first is the power of the screen, the masach, which tames the severity of the left. And the sources are clear. Without filtering the most overwhelming part of this wisdom, the left line would never submit to being unified. It's just too powerful in its raw state. And its second power is to draw down a new, perfectly calibrated measure of kindness from the right, to serve as a garment for that newly filtered wisdom. It's a two-part solution. So we've gone through the mechanics, but what's the point? What does all this actually create? Well, this act of reconciliation isn't just some abstract spiritual idea. It has a direct, immediate impact. It unlocks the potential for a whole new, stable reality to emerge from the chaos. For any gamers out there, this is going to click immediately. The first 2 days are like two glitchy, unplayable beta realms. One is a world of pure, unbound energy. That's Chesed. The other is a world of pure, unexpressed computer code. That's Chokmah. You can't actually do anything in either of them. The third day, the middle line, that's the balancing patch. That's the big update that harmonizes the code and the energy, making the world solid, real, and finally interactive.
Or hey, if you're more of an engineer, think of it as system architecture. You can't just connect two opposing forces and expect them to work together. You'll get a short circuit every time. You need a mediating protocol, a stable bus that defines precisely how they interact. That protocol is the middle line, and its output is the manifested universe. And what is the very first thing that pops into existence from this brand new, stable, reconciled system? The text says the waters gathered together, and that allowed the emergence of Yabasha, the dry land. A solid, stable foundation for life is created directly from this act of cosmic peacemaking. Before this, reality was just a wash of opposing forces. Now, for the very first time, there's stable ground upon which something new can actually be built.
Okay, now we come to the climax of this whole cosmic drama. How do we know this reconciliation was for real? How do we know the peace treaty actually worked and is going to hold? Well, the Torah itself embeds this unique, subtle clue right there in the text, a kind of divine sign-off that only appears on this day.
The proof? It's all in the number 2. Specifically, it's the number of times the phrase ki tov, that it was good, is stated on the third day of creation. This happens on no other day, just this one. So why? Why say it was good twice? This isn't just some poetic repetition for emphasis. The sages teach us that each ki tov has a very specific and profound purpose. One looks backward to resolve the past, and the other looks forward to create the future. Let's break that down. And this table just lays it out perfectly. The first, it was good. That's for the past. It's the universe basically declaring that the dispute of day 2, that huge conflict between kindness and judgment, has been officially and permanently resolved. The peace treaty is signed. Boom. Done. The second, it was good. Well, that's for the present and the future. It blesses the incredible new potential that this peace has just created, the emergence of a world that is now ready for life. And listen to how the Avodat HaKodesh puts it. It says this third principle comes and makes peace, and then it says to this side, it is good, and to that side, it is good. The reconciliation is so complete, it's not about one side winning. It's about a new, higher reality being born from their union, a reality where both are now seen as good. And that's really the takeaway here, isn't it? This cosmic pattern. It isn't just some ancient story. It's a blueprint for creation that plays out everywhere, in our businesses, in our families, within our own souls. It's that constant dance between our boundless desire to give and expand and our need for structure, for limits, for judgment, always waiting for that higher, third perspective to emerge and create something truly new and lasting. What does that middle line look like for you? Thank you for joining us for this complete journey through the Pardes. We hope these ancient truths help you and your family improve your own dimensions this week. If you enjoyed this full chapter deep dive, please like, subscribe, and share which part of the journey touched your soul in the comments. We'll see you in the next chapter.